friends and neighbors. Tetsuichi at the desk for the Saturday Stampede after a week that was, well, rough. Last week too. So, grateful to be able to get the chance to spend some time with you, playing a game I enjoy. Even if the result from last session was, well, not what we wanted at all. Think the music is going? Yes. Okay. So, as you can tell, we did not make it to the Japan series last season. The Niigata Komatsu Bears bounced us in a effective sweep because we got our one game head start and then zip doodah afterwards. And that's in spite of some really strong results. Pardon me one moment, I just need to let Gorgo know that I have started up over here. There we go. So I did skip through to complete the awards from last season. Akinori Suehiro from the Niigata Komatsu Bears, who went to the Japan series and lost in a sweep to the Carp, picks up most of the MVP top votes. But Junjiro Matsumoto, who set the league record for most hits in a season, places second. We get a trio of guys in the top 5. Jerry Lish, Jitsuo Onizuka, and Oscar Munoz. Dave Gold, pending free agent, and Seiji Taguchi, who broke his fibula on the last game of the regular season and may have been why we did not advance, are also getting some votes. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Oh, and Yamamoto, yeah, won yet another Sawamura Award. That's his 4th. In his age 38 season, he picked up another masterful campaign award. I mean, not too many starts, like only 20 starts, but a 10-5 record, FIP in 2.86. Yeah, rough season for pitchers this year. I mean, the problem is, as he accumulates injuries, the number of starts I can count on from YY has dropped rather precipitously from the workhorse in the mid to high 20s to the last 2 seasons where we've been lucky enough to get 20 out of him. This is his last season with us, his final contract year, so who can say how this will go? We did not have a top rookie. Catcher Yoshitomo Kamiya for the Fighters gets the nod. Juan Andreu finishes a distinct second place. He's only 20 years old, and he already gave me a win above replacement. There really wasn't much left for him to prove in the minors either, so he's only going to get better from here. I just hope he can stick it in right field. Best 9 award winners. Toichi Morishita picks it up for his work over at First. Hey, Gorgo and crew, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. It's a busy Saturday here among the stream team. After we're done, we're going to raid into Skep. It's the Wax Packs Awards ceremony. It's either award ceremony or postseason. I can't recall off top of head. Then after that, AZ Axel is going to be doing the Backyard Project Awards. That's the one that's the awards thing. And that will take place after Skep. That's a Silver Pack stream over on the official Out of the Park Developments channel. And that will the broadcast day will conclude at 9 p.m. with Yukarin Kazami and Baseball Bingo. So plenty of action if you haven't had your drops yet. I'm eager for you to see how today shakes out. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Anyways, where was I? Right. Award winners. So best 9, Toichi Morishita in his sophomore campaign picks up really much where he left off. Oh, and led the league in stolen bases as a first baseman. This kid is something special. It's just a shame he can't play second base. Yeah, I might be able to stick him at third, but Jerry Lish is there. And Jerry Lish was in the contention for the batting title, led the league in doubles for the second straight year. Jerry D proving his worth. Yeah, Pine Cones. It's a fun name. I'm not going to complain about it. I didn't give it to him either. And Jitsuo Onizuka continues to be the boss. Even if his contract is something of an albatross. I mean, as long as he can keep up the good work, and he is only our team's best batter. First time in a few seasons that he's cracked 30 home runs, too. Yeah, Munoz had a bit of a down year. Down year for him is still 5.5 wins above replacement, but I'm wondering if the aging curve is finally catching up with Oscar. As long as he can keep doing what he's doing, I'm not going to complain. We only have him for next season, then a team option. So if he does start to decline, we'll be able to get on top of that. Between last session and this, I did do some scouting for a potential trade for this mistake. Our one trade last year was to acquire this fellow, Kaito Kozono and Tony Gonzalez, for a trio of position players, Husashi Iwata, Takechi Egawa, and Hiroshi Gushiken, none of which have really stuck with Yomiuri. Unfortunately, Kozono did not do so well in his new digs, to the tune of a minus 0.7 wins above replacement, and OPS of 50. That is not cutting the mustard. Which is funny, because he is a local boy. He's from Takarazuka, which is to the north and west of Osaka proper. But the one thing I did do was I did throw an extension Kevin Gaines' way. Even with that chain juve, I'm not going to let 3.5 wins above replacement walk out of the door for nothing. So the hammer is going to be sticking around. Josh Troyer, after continuing declining returns, we're cutting him loose. Also not getting extensions, Yukihiko Yonamine, aka YY2, because he's fragile, and Dave Gold, because Jim Bockhorn spent all season in the minors, and a 75 range shortstop is hard to come by. So that's who we're going to be picking up here. Alright, Gaines, sticking around. I've thought about whether or not we should bring back Takao Okuma, now that he's finally won a championship with his new team in Hiroshima. Or at least he would have if he hadn't spent the entire season injured. Poor guy. Tore his ACL just before the season. Team goes on to win the championship. But wrecked, I don't know. This guy is not worth even taking a flyer on. So, one of the reasons I've termed this episode Changes in Approach is because I do think I need to adjust how this team is built. We're supposed to be getting more home runs. That's one of the reasons why we're ditching Dave Gold and going with Kazuya Ota, because the guy plugged 28 bombs in the minors last season. I mean, he's going to be platooned heavily, but yeah, 75 home run power against righties. Why not? And he's only 22. And he's a two-way guy? No. That doesn't make sense. He's the emergency pitcher if everything else goes pear-shaped. So I guess next season we are going to roll Bockhorn or one of Bockhorn and Moritake Sato. And maybe Akio Kojima becomes the platoon partner to those two. I gotta think about this. Anyways, Troyer and Adachi, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Hopefully your Saturdays are doing Pretty well. Mine's had a slow start. I have been working on my perfect team look for next season for one of my theme teams. If we roll back to the perfect team set, I've done the Barrett's Privateers look for 2 seasons now. The Canadians and Canadian Baseball Hall of Famers. I'm going to tweak that theme for next year. So the British Red Ensigns will be all Commonwealth countries. That includes all the Canadians. Hello, I'm Canadian myself. As well as some of the Anglophone Caribbean countries, so like Devon White from Jamaica, Jazz Chisholm from the Bahamas, because Canadians do not have good middle infielders. And as well, we'll pick up some old guys from the UK, like George Chalmers. I was thinking Dan Brothers might also be from Britain. That should be fun. And Australians as well, so we'll be able to get Lee Mendricks out of the bullpen. The other theme team, I might keep the Bob Cajun Bobs. I may flip over and do the Johnsonville Johns. I like the name themes. And the Bobs have been a pleasant surprise, even though they have not had the same success as the Privateers and have not been able to get over the hump and win a darn championship yet. As for the mainline club, that's one of the changes in approach I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to run a mainline club next year. I'm going to make that a PAX only team. I may still put some money in, but it's not going to be... I've realized that going after and chasing the meta is not so fun, to be honest. Everyone's got different play styles, and mine is more around building teams with what I can do, seeing how they go. Wins are lucky. I've only made the Diamond League playoffs once. Okay, this guy hitting the market? How does he look like as a starter? Okay, we gotta get in on this fellow. And here I was wondering who the heck we'd get to fill in our rotation. Why did the Dragons give up on this guy? Why are they pitching him out of the bullpen? Anyways, their loss, my gain. Haha. Tyler Austin finally hangs up the cleats after one last push to try and win a title. From the Bay Stars to the Giants to the Dragons to the Marines, Lions, Bay Stars, Lions, Comets, Bears. I mean, the guy put up 2.7 wins above replacement in his age 43 season. 344 home runs, 1,000 RBIs in NPB. The man's probably bound for the Hall of Fame at this pace. And he's going to be a centerpiece of the Saturday Starlight, which is next season's save in Out of the Park Baseball 23. When it comes to that club, and again, change in approach, that's what the theme for this episode is. I think one of the things I'm going to do with that club... thank you for the follow, Garnack WIH. One of the things I'm going to try and do is focus more on pesky batters, because, right now I'm going high contact, high avoid K. Next game, I think I'm going to try high I, high avoid K, and see if that comes up with any different results. Some interesting players hitting the free agent market. Daishin Kamei. Interesting profile. Clearly not getting enough playtime. All right. All free agents have been released from their team. We took a bad hit. The Carp absolutely got pummeled. Everyone came up for free agency at the same time. Guys like Colton Cowser. Wow, Teruaki Sato coming onto the free agency market at age 37 finally. Yeah, Dave Gold gave us a 5 wins above replacement season, 52 doubles, and now he wants a big man. He wants a major league contract. Like, good for him. He's resuscitated his value. We've got enough guys on our roster. Yeah, I don't like Shigemi Endo and his Changoof being in our rotations. I mean, you'll notice the roster size also increased by 1 player. So I think this is going to be... I think we're finally going to be calling up Akio Morishita. And they're going to put him in the bullpen for some reason. Again, it stinks that Daiki Sasaki, his stamina completely disappeared after coming back from injury. From 40 to 25. I don't know if that'll ever come back. And it's one reason why I'm looking to potentially staff up or get another starting pitcher. That's why I put in that offer for Kamiya. Or Tanaka, rather. Good pitcher. Giants just given up on their number 64 prospect, Akiho Suzuki. But he's fragile. I mean, the guys who are available to join the rotation out the chute would be old man Hiromi Ito, Mitsuru Kondo, who I would avoid because of that low movement. We do have a new scout, and the new scout likes certain players more than others. Kanya Kikuchi has issues with his attitude. Toshio Kimoto is a good player, interesting two-way guy, but you have a long injury history. Like, the hospital needed to upgrade its server infrastructure just to store it all. Old friends in Kyuji Tachibana and Mutsuto Shima. Would we bring Kyuji back? I mean, I'm trying to avoid picking up anyone who is fragile. We're already second in player payroll. 39-year-old Hiromi Ito, though. And this is one of the things we're going to run into next season with the Bork Rule, where we're going to have to spend some cash. Okay. We're not giving you 5 years as a 39-year-old. You got to give a lot of old guys cash to meet the rule. And the aging curve in this game is a little bit on the wonky side. Hayakawa's still kicking around. I don't know if any of these guys are really calling out to me aside from Ito, though. And this guy, Kuniyuki Tanaka, who we've put in a request to acquire. Durable right-hander, could start. Yeah, that's the one I feel most comfortable going after. Because I don't feel like leaving Akio Morishita in the minors unnecessarily. That's just not what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, there's Cub. He wants 1.7 million. Tetsuo Harada. Do not like that Avoid K. Tempting as a backup for Katsuo Doi, but we'll think about that. Infield range. Tetsuhiro Goto. Best defensive player on the market. But was sub replacement in the independent league, so that's a no from me, dog. Elijah Hamill and his long service with the Marines is back on the market. Yeah, we're going to focus on these guys after the Rule 5 draft. Don't really need outfielders. Yeah, so this setup I can get behind. Actually, hold on a moment. Let me turn off benching Andreu. So Andreu starts at all times. Noguchi and Ota get to do platoon. Onizuka and Umeda will platoon. I think that's a pretty strong play, and it still means that Katen Keiji is sticking around. He is a pending free agent, but after what he's given this team, I feel comfortable extending him a little bit longer. Hey, Skep, good to see you. So we got a 15 and 15 split. We do have some young arms in the farm who could come and contribute on the Major League roster. So guys like Kaita Honda can head down. Someone like Bunzo Mori. Can get the call up. I did give this guy a 600K contract, but age 23. Okay, no, he was still like a one-win player, but he isn't aging out yet. Yeah, right, that's one of the things I got to do today. I have to go in and clean out the farm team. So like someone like Tomokazu Yoshioka, basically, if you don't have yellow numbers at this point, yeah, there's no room to grow here. But he is our best backup option, so maybe we do hang on to him. Who else? Bockhorn is getting the call up. And Bockhorn has just taken over Kozono's starting role. So I am not so keen on giving $3 million to a backup shortstop. So I did scout some deals for Kaito Kozono. This is a first for me. I rarely give up on a guy after like half a season, especially one who is a captain, but I can't trot out a guy with declining numbers and again a minus WAR. So I did scout some guys. Believe it or not, one of the teams that would be willing to take on Kozono is his old club Yomiuri. The Giants would send us this lightning arm, Meguru Kobayashi. Lefty out of the pen, big stuff. And this guy who I would move into the rotation, Kenyu Abe. So that's option one. Option two is with the Okinawa Kirin Spirit. I'm also throwing in this unmotivated or selfish player, Shigemi Endo. Another guy with a change oof. And they'd give up Masahiro Tsumura. And Tsumura is interesting because he can become a platoon counterpart to Bockhorn. Even if he's not going to give you power, he is going to give you fantastic defense. But he's been mired in the farm system over at Kirin for long enough. I feel like there's an opportunity there. But I can't do either of those deals until we actually get to the new year, so whatever. Let's get to the draft. And I forgot to adjust the draft order. So this is going to take a little bit of time. Oops on my part. Export draft order. This is what happens when I wait until this moment to take care of this stuff. So, this won't take too long. So, last season, the draft order was Central League first. So, this year it's going to be Fighters. Wow, the Hawks were bad this year. I did not clue in. Marines still stuck in neutral. Arrows went from 5th back down to dead last. I'm sitting here in my Tigers jersey, the one I showed off on stream last week. And I see here they're anticipating the draft, let's say. So we'll be drafting 15th in the first round. So Fighters, Arrows, Hawks, Tigers, Lions, Swallows, Marines, Comets, Eagles, Bay Stars, Spirit. Did I get the order backwards? Yes, I did. Okay, so the Giants actually finished 3rd for the first time this in like a decade that they haven't won the pennant. That is atypical. And then Marks and Carp. Okay, that's the case for first round. Second, I would still love to figure out how to do a proper NPB style draft in the first round. Do I need to like randomize the teams or something? Like do a random order and then import this order over top of it? I'm going to have to think about that and then do that process for the Saturday Starlight. Because it felt like what I was trying to do was gaming the system. That's how I wound up with Sato and Tachibana and Yonamine and Jitsuo. Alright, that didn't take long. Import draft order. There we go. So we move up from dead last to being second last. The pool has some very interesting options. I've already shortlisted a bunch of them. Masahiro Tanaka, no, not that one. Probably profiles as a second baseman. Yoshihiro Kawamura, big beefy bat, but you don't know where to put him on the field. Koji Murakawa might be a catcher of the future here. His ability stinks. I'm hoping that gets better, but the bat has potential. Yoritomo Miyaguchi, interesting player. Could be a third base option. Hiroshi Yamaoka, outfielder extraordinaire. I also think Ikuma Nakamura might be an interesting option, but I'm not holding my breath. On the pitcher side, we've got some interesting options. None of the big guys caught my eye, mostly because I won't be able to draft them. So I have my eye on someone like Iori Yamane, who is a two-way player, and an interesting one. Where did all the other guys I shortlisted go? Are they not in the congeniality filter? I swear I shortlisted more starting pitchers. Okay, I was wrong. I gotta clean up my short lists. That's what I gotta do. So, I mean, I'd love to go pitcher first. There are some fantastic options in this draft, including guys like Iki Ochiai. You have to pray that one of those other two pitches comes in as a high schooler. Kawamoto already has an oof on the knuckle curve, but if you can pick up that screwball, that shuto, he'd be a solid option. Or Takahiko Ota, who already seems ready to hit the majors. Oh, and he can play infield too in a pinch. So with the first overall selection in the 2036 first year draft, the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters will be taking Moritake Kajiwara. I'm glad that it automatically assigned him the Niju Gimu nickname. That's Japanese for double duty. Wow. If a pitcher, like, they found another freaking Otani here. Look at this. Wow. So the Fighters just got their new Otani. The Arrows drafting second. Will freeze my game. Masahi Fujita. Trying to go for a safer pick here. High schooler already with 3 well-developed pitches. The Hawks will take Iki Ochiai. Yeah, there's going to be a run on pitching arms here, I can tell. Hanshin, the Tigers, taking Shifty Takayashi Kawamoto. Lions going for Kawamura, who I had my eye on. They go off the board and take a 17-year-old power-hitting left fielder. The guy we were expected to take. I mean, we could always take the guy they were thinking of. But I do prefer good personalities in the draft to good players at this point. Interesting draft by the Swallows. Takeo Yana. Really high potential if that changeup comes in. So Ota and Tanaka, there's a non-zero chance they fall to us. Or we get someone like Yojiro Noda. Right, let's see what the Marines take. Marines are going to go for Ito. Comets will take Mototada Moriyama. Interesting 4-pitch mix. Eagles? The Eagles have... for the second time in franchise history, the Eagles have drafted a Masahiro Tanaka. Oh, I should have worn his jersey today. All right, Bay Stars. Gonna go for first baseman Mitsuro Ogawa. Okay. Spirit? Ah, the Spirit took my catcher preference, Koji Murakawa. Dang it. If Ota falls to us, a whole bunch of people should fire their coaching staff. Giants. Going for Naozane Akamatsu. The Bears. Ah, dang it. The Bears took Ota. And he's basically going to slot right into their rotation. This is probably the time for the Bears ascending. They're now, I think, our biggest rival at this point. Dragons are going to take Yojiro Noda, who I had my eye on. So now it's us. And now I've got a tough call. Because Toshio Nakamura has issues, and I'm not sure if that stamina is going to develop. Pitches are there, though. Sueo Okada. Yeah, I had a look at him. I didn't like what I saw. Tsuda is not worth drafting. Fujigami, ditto. Itaoka, Ishida. Okay, Ishida may be decent, but I wouldn't draft him this early in the game. Kunigoro Tanaka. Looks like a bargain basement version of the other guy. I think we're going to go with Toshio Nakamura. Personality's a bit specky, but no such thing as too many pitchers. And the Carp will take Fujioka. They went with this guy? Oh, okay. Alright, I think we might go with Fumitoshi Ishida as a middle infield option. The bat's kind of but I can work with that. Ah, dang it. Yamaoka got taken. Alright, Iori. So Iori Yamane may be our third round selection. But I want to see what other pitchers are out there. Anyone else who can start and has 2 pitches would be great. Actually, hold on a moment. Where is number of pitches? There. Yoshiki Obata. Yeah, actually, let's go in with this guy. Go big on the starters. Because if you take a look at our minor league pitching staff, we have depleted it a little bit. Okay. So Shima Bukuro looks like a bullpen arm. Dangerous slider and changeup, but you have to look at the movement and the HR per 9 and you go, I'll pass. I think we're going to go with Kei Murata here. Pick up a catcher. And then do we go with a shortstop like Ueno or Yamada? I mean, we're swimming in shortstops right now. Yeah, neither of those guys are really calling my attention. What's the outfield situation looking like? You know what? Let's pick up Shosei Terada as a outfield option. When you get into the dregs of the draft, it's always tough to figure out who to acquire. Dayu Sato might actually be a decent starter, or at least a worth a flyer. Yeah, we'll pick him up. Ditto for Hatsuo Izumi. Oh, provided. Okay, he didn't get picking up. Alright, we still got a few rounds to go. We're probably going to have to pick up some pitchers. Someone, anyone. Let's look at stuff potential. Shuzo Matsushima? Yeah, we could take a flyer on him. Okay. Is there anybody out there who's still decent? Whole lot of shortstops this draft. Wow. I think Shinichi Miyamoto may be our last pick. Second to last. Now it's the last pick. Okay. Let's take Nariharu Iguchi. And that is the first year draft. Now we are swimming in center fielders. See, this is what I mean about trying to keep the team trim, because otherwise you end up overloaded, like with 5 catchers, and you don't need that many. So let's put this fellow on the block. Otherwise, everyone down here is pretty young. Ditto for Yoshioka. I may throw him in a deal. I'm going to keep the other 3 for later. Nobody's signed yet. One thing I may do next sim also is start to let myself vote on awards and things. I know some players do that. I've turned that off for the most part because I don't know what to look for, really. But hey, at least I'm doing better than the real Hall of Fame voters. I will vote Tuffy Rhodes until he finally gets in. Today's broadcast is powered by Hockershore Hefeweizen. It's the best bottle top you'll ever pop. I am a fan of wheat beer, and this is one of the best. Also, I have a close friend who homebrews, and he appreciates getting these bottles because they do have a swing bottle top, like if you've ever seen Grolsch's bottles. Same thinking. Okay, now we got some signings coming in. Mostly just bullpen guys. Yukiyoshi Tago goes from the Hawks to the Bears. Interesting signing, but I would not trust that arm to stay healthy. Kimoto to the Hawks. Re-signs with them. He only started 7 games for them. But then again, it's Fukuoka. They can afford this. Eduardo Garcia goes from one Japan Series winning team to another, or one Japan Series competing team to another, flipping from the Bears to the Carp. Old friend Coy James heads to the Marines. Looks like they're going to try him at first base. Fujimoto getting way too much money. Good deal for the Comets picking up Asakichi Fukunaga just above minimum salary. Alright, so Tanaka likes our deal. As usual, we're going to be quiet during winter meetings because we can't trade anyone. I'm not sure if this is a distinctly Canadian thing or if this is North America as a whole. But if you ever watch beer commercials, you will note you can show opening the beer, pouring the beer, smelling the beer, but you never see people actually consuming it. Or other alcohol for that matter. Something about protecting kids, I bet. Oh yeah, just casually with like 3 of the top career FIP leaders being on our club in Okuma and Yamamoto. Alright, so Okuma's changeup never developed, but who cares if he's throwing a fastball, slider, forkball mix? Hometown boy. So I need some help in the chat. When we get to January 1st, which of the 2 deals should I be doing? Alright, so Kuniyuki Tanaka joins the club, and look at that movement. Oh, he's going to be fun. Yeah, welcome to the 70-man roster. Endo is going to be forced to the bullpen. Alright, so he's going to put Akio Morishita in the rotation instead. I'm okay with that. Never hurts to have multiple starting options, and Tanaka's going to be a good choice. So now that I've done this deal and I've added another starting pitcher, I'm honestly thinking the trade might be with the Spirit instead of back to Yomiuri. We don't need more arms. Tomo Ono goes from the Spirit to the Eagles on a 1-year deal. Brandon Vicens continues his Japanese baseball journeymanship. 40 years old, back with the Lions, where he was a few seasons ago. Marines to the Bears, Carp, Lions, Carp, and then missed out on the Carps run this year because he was with Hanshin. There's Tanaka. Ryota Nakano, 3 years at $2.5 million with the Comets. Why? I mean, I get extending your hometown player. Hey, old friend Kyuji Tachibana heads to the Arrows. That's a good deal for them. Green looks good on him. So far, Giants leading the offseason leaderboard. All right, let's skip ahead to the Rule 5 draft, because again, we can't do the one trade we want to make right now. And I can confirm that Skip will be going live after me with the Wax Packs World Series. That's going to be exciting as heck. Be sure to tune in for that. As we're just rolling through, I see some foreign players are going in. Moving from one team to another, Lewin Diaz heads to the Dragons, I think it said it was. Or the Fighters. With Cold, the Cows were going to the Dragons. Yep, Lewin Diaz to the Fighters. I really got to give that jersey another try. I did not get the collar to look right. Colton Cowser to Chunichi. 3.4 million. That's a lot of cash. This guy got 5 years from the Bay Stars? This guy? I mean, yeah, you look at the home run stats and they look gaudy. Guys, he's playing in Jingu. That place is a bandbox. I mean, the AAV is reasonable, but it's a lot of term. Arrows continuing to pick up starters. Masato Morishita, age 39, heads to Shizuoka. Mitsugu Matsuda heads to the Tigers after another season with the Bears. Old friend Norihiko Tanaka heads to the Spirit. Oscar Colas continues his championship chasing. He's now 38 and signs with the Carp. Clubhouse Cancer, yeah, kinda. Let's see what's out there on the market. He's available? But the changeup still hasn't developed. Thanks, Gep. Good to know. I've had my eye on this guy. I've coveted him. But that changeup, like... I can't do it. Not going to give $2.8 million to someone who could end up being a minor or a bullpen guy. Hey, look who's available on the market from the majors. Carlos Gomez, our old friend. He got his minor league free agency. Do we put in to bring Cargo back? So we'd have like 6 guys in our or 2 guys in our rotation with 40 stamina. That's fragile too. Okay. My rule is don't give money to fragile players. Which again draws my attention to Hiromi Ito. Yeah, Fujioka would like to take him back, but I don't see him playing a role in the rotation. Not with that movement. Comet's going after Ito. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, we're already 3rd in player payroll. We still have money to do more stuff, but I'd rather not lean on that money button too hard. Okay, let's look at personality and morale. Let's see if there's any captains floating around there that we could add. Someone to give Captain Keiichi a little bit of a break. Ryosaku Yamashita. Yeah, if we get him, though, he's going straight to the bullpen. Great stuff. That control looks lousy. Never hurts to have more minor leaguers with leadership capabilities. So we'll sign Tetsuo Higashi. Because if you take a look at our player chemistry, lots of leaders, no captains. Right, Rule 5 draft. Do we have anyone exposed? Otherwise known as the shuffling foreign players around draft. No, we don't got anyone exposed. Is there anyone worth getting? Kobayashi here has a change oof. That guy's got a massive contract. Or massive ask for one. I don't see us finding a home for Kitagawa here. Yeah, we're going to skip. We are not going to participate in the Rule 5 draft this year. Someone is. Fighters pick up Kitagawa. Miyata from the Arrows. Rojas for the Lions. So someone did put in on Kobayashi. The Comets did. Old friend Tsuneyuki Tanaka still pitching. Well, injured, but available to pitch. Kusano heads to the Dodgers. That's an interesting fit for him. All right, let's get to the new year and let's see if those trades are still available. Worst comes to worst, I'll just shop Shigemi Endo and Kaito Kozono and we'll see who picks up. Oh, fans are not thrilled about this one. Yukihiko Yonamine YY2 heads to the Bay Stars. Ooh, crossover. 3 years at $3 million. You know, that's not a terrible deal. But I gotta fix something. As commissioner, I I must solemnly place number 2 on his back. He doesn't get to change. He is YY2. I mean, Tanaka picked up 30 saves. He pitched poorly in them, but he did pick up 30 saves for the Dragons last season. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in the rotation sooner than later. One of these guys is going to get injured, and I'm worried that Gaines' change oof is going to cause issues. We have a good mix of lefties and righties, I think. Hiromi Ito to the Comets for 3 years. Wow. That is a lot of money to give a 39-year-old. That is a lot of money to give a 39-year-old. So we are going to flip over and do Perfect Team on one of the clubs. The Bobs are in a playoff hunt, but they're in a wild card spot, so not really counting much on that. The Privateers are above 500, but not playoff bound in silver. The Epcot Centurions are not making the playoffs in gold. I got stuck in a really strong good gold league. Uh-oh. Vishnan, not again. I mean, Akio Kojima has not exactly done any favors with his play, but it'd be nice to not have to ditch our middle infield backup. Pardon. Taking a look to see if there's any other interesting moves on the free agent market. Doesn't seem to be. That reminds me, I need to update my FaceGen files. So Mokuo Kawashima ended up taking a deal 6 years? You better hope and pray that changeup develops, Honda. Like, wow. Takao Okuma to the Spirit, 1 year, $2 million. Uchiyama to the Carp. Alright. It is the new year, and that means it is time for us to shop around that turd blossom of a deal we made. 36-year-old Kaito Kozono. And Mr. Change Oof himself, Shigemi Endo. Here goes everything. So the Dragons are willing to give up their captain, Yuto Araki, who would move Hatakeyama into a backup spot if we pick him up. The two are pretty much similar at catcher in terms of ability. But I wasn't planning on upgrading catcher. It's a lot of contract too. But getting a captain back would be a nice touch. Carp are not offering a heck of a lot. Nobody I'd put in for. Baystars are offering their closer, Kazuya Ota. No, not the one we have, the other one. Katsuki Azuma, former Buffalo himself. Age 41, still going at it. Kosuke Sakaguchi. Pass. The Giants are offering Ota back to us. As fun as bringing the Phenom home would be, I don't think we make that deal. Which also means, yeah, all of our pending trades have been wiped out. Okay. So what happens if we retain contract on Kozono? Do we get anyone new? I think the Araki deal might be the one we go for. Yes, it'll mean we're eating contract, but at least we're getting something valuable back. This guy looks basically like Akira Adachi Part 2. Yeah, we're not going to take over the Eagles' bad contract there. Rick Vandenherk Jr., that is a name. Okay, so now the Giants don't want to take him back. That's it. Let's start the conversations with the Gigantes and see if they'll still like to give us Abe. Okay, so they've changed their mind. So we can end up eating 25% of the contract, and they'll send us Kenyu Abe. But we already have someone very much like him who's now in our relief corps. I don't think he moves the needle much. Take a look at the Spirit then. Where is Tsumura? Did they let him go? Oh, there he is. Why is he not tradable? Oh, he's already in the deal. Okay. And they want plus on top of Kozono. Okay. You know what? After the crap season Hatakeyama had, I'm not opposed to picking up Araki from the Dragons. Because my problem's your problem, and your problem's my problem. So we would be adding contract. Can we make this neutral-ish? I mean, Araki has not been a plus player for a while now. I do want to do this deal because I do want to free up some contract room here. So the Marines are now offering Raito Nakayama, pass. Eagles still want me to look at Oniji Hirai. Who has not been good since he came to the Eagles, so I will pass on that. Ozaki's just a black hole in terms of personality. Pass on that. That's a no from me. Yikes. Okay, maybe Tanyu Kojima. Torn rotator cuff, though, so I don't know how good he'll be still. Tokunaga would be a relief pitcher only. Yamamoto maybe is a platoon bat. No, doesn't look like a good fit. Man, this is tough. The fact that we aren't able to pick up the deals for Tsumura or Abe means all that scouting work I did was basically wasted. I still have faith in Hatakeyama being a positive player. He's only got 2 more years of contract anyway. And he had 2 really good seasons. Alright, let's start the conversation with the base stars. Let's see if we can avoid eating cash here. No, okay, they really want to have us retain some dollars. Oh no, Adicha's fragile too? Wow. Kanazawa's a jerk. We already have Kazuya Ota, so I'm not going to go get another. So Kojima got picked up from Hanshin for Taiki Ohata and Motoi Kitagawa, who actually may turn into something. And they've already got some former Buffaloes in Yonamine and Takanibu Matsuda. Wow, Takanibu's contract is quite potent. Actually, would they let us take Takanibu back instead? Contract for contract, so it's not as bad. And bringing back one of our best pitchers seems like a good choice. Then again, he only played one season with them, so no. Let's not do that. I'm trying to make it look like it's not me goofing on the trade AI too badly, you know? So let's go back to the original plan, which was... I forgot. Who were we originally supposed to be picking up? Tanaka, okay. Toshio, there we go, okay. No, wasn't him. Let's go back to shop a player. A-stars, Tanyu Kojima, this guy, okay. Frees up a lot of money. But now let's see if we can expand this deal a little bit. Throw in some of the guys we've got on our to trade list, like Tomokazu Yoshioka and Kitahachi Asai. See if we can pick up someone meaningful. Someone like a Fumio Akamine. Oh, they value him too highly. Okay, a Tokunaga might not be a bad one. Change-Juve is a Change-Juve, but a lefty arm to replace Shigemi Endo? Yeah, that I can get behind. Wow, that's a lot of positions that Takenaka plays. Old friend Kotaro Kurebayashi. Nah, let's not push our luck too much. Shuji is not going to be available because he's too young. They just signed Takata. Ida? Okay, what about him? Okay, no dice there. Hey, thanks for the follow, Jay Clarkster. Yeah, so let's not send Yoshioka and Asai, because they aren't moving the marker any. Alright, I think this is the deal. Fans and players are disappointed to see Kaito Kozono head out to the Yokohama DNA Baystars. Shigemi Endo also heads out. Picked up Tanyu Kojima and Kazunori Tokunaga. So Tokunaga joins the 40-man roster, but it's down. Kojima is going to move into the rotation, I bet. Yes. So we don't have to worry about rushing Akio Morishita up. Continue to improve down in the minors. I feel good about the team. I think that was a decent-ish trade. Yeah, 1.71 war, but none of those were with us, so I don't mind the deal too much. Besides, now my payroll's only 6th in the league. Now I can go chase after some guys. Does Udoki want to come back home? Won 3 championships with the Astros. Presumably clean. Nope, doesn't want to talk to us. Okay. Don't need to sign another bullpen arm. We're good on bullpen arms. I missed that on Ito. Yeah, not sure I like the control issues there. I've got enough of those guys. Alright, batters. Yeah, you know what? Minor league deal for Elijah Hamill. Let's see what happens. Also not opposed to an upgrade on our catching option. It's Keiichi Miyamoto not really moving the needle much. And again, the options out on the market are markedly worse. Any tips? You suck at the game. Well, it's hard to really come up with good tips without knowing what mode you're playing. Are you doing live? Are you doing historical? Are you doing an international league? Jay Clarkster. I will say that in my experience... Alright, so you're doing live. Alright. So, in my experience... If like the standard tips of, for your starters, you want high stuff, high movement, high control. For your relief pitchers, you want high stuff. Everything else is extra. Up the middle defense is most important, so go out there and get a high catcher ability catcher, get high infield range second base and shortstop, and get a high outfield range center fielder. Like, for example, you'll see Oscar Munoz, good of a batter as he is, 70 range in the outfield, or in the infield. Jim Bockhorn, 75 range in the infield. And Taguchi, 70 range in the outfield. Hatakeyama, 60 catcher ability. So go with that as a start. Start to remodel your team that way and see what happens. And Kojima got his life turned around by Vishnan again. Yuck. First year of eligibility, Tetsuto Yamada makes it into the Hall of Fame. 400 long bombs. Batted .274. Got in on the first attempt. Of course, in this game, Tetsuto didn't win the Japan Series in 2021. In real life, he did. So he enters the Hall of Fame pursuant to the Bork Rule, which is what we're going to be playing with next year. So the Bork Rule is this house rule I came up with that says if you are in a playoff position, or if you're close to it, at the trade deadline, you must acquire the player with the most service time that has not won a championship. Named after Ray Bork, who was acquired by the Avalanche from Bruins after 20 years, finally won a Stanley Cup the following season. Asamura knocking on the door. I'm surprised Makoto Aduwa actually got votes. Wow. I am eagerly looking forward to seeing what Kazuya Ota is capable of doing next season. So we'll see if Kojima needs to be released because Guru Vishnan messed with his head. This is not the first time this has happened to one of my players. I'm eagerly looking forward to getting to the preseason so I don't have my loss at the final stage staring back at me. I don't know which was more humiliating. Blowing a 3-1 series lead against the Spirit 3 seasons ago. 4 seasons ago now. Or getting swept effectively by the Bears. Alright. Ron Gallion, 28-year-old third baseman, heads to the Fighters. Ooh, that's a good deal. Oh, that's an excellent move by the Fighters. I'm tracking this guy because he's dual nationality. Would love to get him if he ever becomes available. Elijah Hamill will be checking in with our minor league club. Effectively a spring training invite. Let's see what the schedule looks like. Starting the season on the road in Okinawa. Our homestand begins against the Bears April 7th. Take a look at Interleague. We visit the Giants and Carp, host the Swallows and Bay Stars, visit the Comets and Arrows, host the Dragons and Tigers. So we get to host the Kansai Classic again. Forgot Kazuhiko Kimura was still poking around. He heads to the Eagles. Mitsuru Kondo, 7 years at almost $3 million per to the Carp. Wow, that's a lot of money. Turning on revenue sharing has definitely helped make some teams better spenders than others. Eagles so far looking like the winners of the offseason. But then again, I don't think anyone expected Ono to put up 1.8 wins above replacement with the Spirit and not get extended. Dave Gold still a free agent. But I will pass on that. Let's take a look at all the youngins out there to see if there's any. Nope, not a lot of youth players worth putting a flyer on. Have a gander at the finances report. Wow, we really are 6th. Comets, Bears, Carp, Dragons, and of course the Giants top the list. That said, the Giants' window slams shut next season. Guys like Endo and Ota are going to be coming up to their free agent walk years. And then more than half the league has double the salary of, or double the payroll of the Chiba Lotte Marines, who have decided to go exceedingly cheap. What is up with their owner? Unmerciful, controlling, and generally a jerkwad. Got it. Let's goose Takeuchi's left field record a little bit. I don't hop into commissioner mode often, but when I do, it's to train up guys so that way it reflects the fact that they've been working hard during the off season. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep things relatively stable. No big name foreign player signings. We did our one trade for the year, so that's basically locked off for the rest of the season. While we wait for things to sim along, as always, I want to thank you for spending some of your time with me here on a Saturday afternoon. Especially as January turns to February, turns to March, and the weather starts becoming more pleasant. It was actually above freezing yet the last couple of days. Today it's dipped back down. I'll have to see in the off-season summary who else has signed where. Spring training. If this were, if there wasn't a lockout, yeah, pitchers and catchers would be reporting right about now. The first signs of spring to a baseball fan. Meanwhile, in the real NPB, spring training games are going on right now. Am I able to get up early enough to watch any of them? No, nor would I want to. Some late signings. Kota Ishibashi heading to the Eagles at age 36. Oh, the meme is available for signing Brady House. Tempting. But he wouldn't talk with us anyway. See, Jay Clarkster, this is the kind of a guy you want to get for your team. Drew Romo, leader in the clubhouse, high catcher ability. I can't get him because I'm already at my cap for foreign players, but he's someone who you'd be do well to go after. Wow, that's a long injury list. All right. Let's call up all the guys for spring training. Guys on the international complex aren't ready to come up yet, but oh man, when they are, Gani Valar, the Filipino phenom, Jose Morales, Oscar Munoz 2.0. Okay, up to 58 players. Why are we trying to start Hisato Sonoda? No, thank you. He is a reliever. All right, fine. We'll pitch Tomokazu Yoshioka in the rotation instead. See how he fares. This isn't going to go well, I can tell. Also, it looks like Eishoku Kawahara starting to hit his decline phase. Still a good pitcher. Can't wait for him to come out firing. 20-year-old, already seen as a leader in the clubhouse. Yes. You know what? We do not need selfish players on this roster. Alright, where's our gaps? So we're going to do our cuts on the 11th and the 24th. We may actually get to the start of the 2037 season here. May not be able to do the lineup intro, as I'm fond of doing, but we can at least play opening day in Okinawa. Okay, that better be a Jamaican player with the last name Bustamante. I visited Kingston a few times for work. That name is a very familiar one to me. YY's still good. Okay, his stuff is finally starting to decline. But that movement... Okay, my mistake. Bustamante is apparently a very common name in the Caribbean. Shows you what I know. Ooh, torn fingernail. Ay-yi-yi. Yeah, we're just going to let him skip his start in the rotation. He'll be fine. Alright, cuts time. Credit where credit is due. Yoshioka's hanging in the rotation. Let's turn down his pitch around setting, though. Alright, as usual, we'll let the chaff head down first. Oh man, Sekiguchi got updated to trash pretty quick. So Toshio Nakamura, our first round pick, is already looking like a potential steal. I'm okay with this. All right, let's go to 3 players per position. Take a look at the batting stats. Game type, spring training. So Hamill has gone 0-4 in his 11 at-bats. I think we might want to give Kurosu more starts. So I'm going to release Elijah Hamill. See if he can hang on somewhere else. So Bockhorn, Watanabe. Yeah, let's keep all those shortstops up for now. Too many outfielders. All 3 of these guys can head down. That'll leave Suzuki, Taguchi healthy again, thank goodness. And Takeuchi. Koike. Potentially good. But let's give him some time to improve down on the minors. He's still got a high number. Umeda's having a banger of a start to the season. All right. All right, I'm going to let this stream ahead. I will be right back, folks. Splendid! Our captain is out with an injury. Get it all out of the way now, gang. I forgot I even signed this guy. Or drafted him. Alright, so with Noguchi injured, it looks like Takeuchi is going to move into the right field. Not sure I like that approach. Yeah, let's force start Andreu. So Takeuchi would now take over and left as the platoon split counterpart to Ota. That I like. Shigochio Watanabe is not quite ready to be a platoon partner for Bockhorn. What about Kojima? There we go. So we're going to train up Akio Kojima at short a little bit more. Let him be the platoon buddy to Bockhorn, who, as bad as he is against righties, is worse against lefties. See how well that goes. Ooh, our old friend Naoichi Nishiguchi suffered a setback. Alright, team's on a bit of a losing streak. Not good. There we go. Alright, so Kazuya Ota doing what we expected him to do. Hit dingers. It looks like upon further inspection his avoid Ks isn't quite where we want it to be, but the owner wants more bombs, so that's what he's going to get. Alright, let's take a look at... Okay, so I'm impressed with Yoshioka. He might actually make the club. Bullpen's looking a little suspect, though. Morishita looks like he's going to be able to make it. Kojima looks like he's going to break club with the team. Or break camp. A little early to bring Nakamura up. So we're going to send him down. Tokunaga, ditto. We're allowed to keep 15 guys. Or we're allowed to have a roster size of 30 now. So far, the Tanaka signing not really working out. I think what we need to do is we need to send him down so that way he can be stretched out as a starter. We'll keep Kojima and we'll see how that goes. Waluigi's having a rough spring training. We'll see if that lasts. So who's going to be the backup to Hatakeyama? will be Tsukeichi, just like last season. Kurosu, not quite ready for prime time, so down he goes. Neither of Kondo. Okay, we'll keep Suzuki up for a little bit longer. Watanabe, not ready. Ditto for Ishida. Jun, good of a player as he is, just does not have a role on this team. Suzuki has been trash. Takeuchi will move into left field. Alright, so it looks like our batting lineup is set. All 15 guys. Now we just have some tough calls to make out the bullpen. Tanimoto has improved his stuff to 85, but his control's gone down to 25. Like, buddy, ratchet it back a little. Totaro has not done well since or in the spring training. Okay, no, he had a couple bad outings, that's all. Let's see who else gets injured. Yay! Luis Rengifo to the Spirit on a sweetheart deal. Yeah, well, we'll play opening day. Then we'll flip over, do some perfect team. We have some packs to rip. And then I'll hand you over to Skip for the Wax Packs World Series. And we're continuing to plow through stuff. Let's see what we got here. So Brady House goes to the Astros. Eiki Nishida, torn rotator cuff, gone for season. The Dragons are pooched. Absolutely pooched. Spirit pick up a couple of foreign players on the cheap. Alright, last glance. Yeah, I don't think Yoshioka hung with the club anyway, or after all. Tanyu Kojima? Nope. Akio Morishita will indeed be our final our sixth starter in the rotation. The kid is ready to go. Yeah, not sure I approve of Takeuchi starting over Ota. Kaz hit 6 bombs in spring training. He's earned the spot. Also, I like that Andreu and Umeda are going to be tag teaming right field. I'm okay with that because Umeda, I feel like he's earned a shot. Also, when did his number change from 11 to 8? Maybe that's why he started stinking? I don't know. You can give him back 11. Yeah, let's give him back 11. No, wait. 11's taken by Kazuya Ota. Temporarily move Ota to 0. Umeda to 11. Give Taguchi back 8. Like, what's going on here, guys? Let's leave Ota with 0. Why not? Okay, so Suzuki not really appreciated on the club much either. My scout just basically decided to crap on all of my starting pitchers. Or all my starting players. Alright, so you know what? Yeah, let's keep Suzuki up. Let's go to this preseason predictions, see how we're still doing. I mean, we're still projected to win the stinking league, but Ota expected to hit 31 bombs. I will take that. Skip hype! Yeah, I know I need to win it all this year. Oh yeah, we also have the top 2 prospects in MPB right now. Just casually chilling. Alright, as usual, we're going to do our game strategy adjustments. How is Munoz still so good? Okay, so Andreu is not a base runner. Not a bunter either. Tags is definitely going to be getting the green light more often. Noguchi with a casual 85 stealing rating. Irregular Snord, thank you for the follow. So that's Kazuya Ota. Takeuchi. Yeah, Takeuchi is going to get a chance to run like hell. Takayama still cannot run worth it. A lick. Sato has excellent instincts, but is slow-footed. Umeda looks solid there. Backhorn looks correct. And then we got Kazutomo here, and I'm not sure how he's going to fare. But he finally made the club, and that's what's important. All right. Opening day. In Okinawa, we'll do this series, and then we'll flip over to Perfect Team, and then on to Skep. Let's get it. I'm just fiddling with the camera settings here. I just want to see if there's a... Okay, so the wide view is the one we want primarily. Pitch camera. Wide camera. Got it. "53 degrees in Okinawa here in early April. Taguchi on the ground. Cross the diamond, 1 out. Old friend Takao Okuma manning shortstop. New NPB hit king Junjiro Matsumoto at second. Onizuka batting in the 2-hole today. Grounds it to first, and Underwood has it. 3 straight groundouts. Not much of a pitch count here for Shinya Ito, the Kirin starter. 6 pitches to get through the first inning. "39-year-old Yoshinobu Yamamoto leading off, or starting today's game, as Kazuya Ota lets ball in front of him. Old friend Okuma standing at first. Slight pull hitter. 3-1. Popped up center field. Taguchi racing over has it. 1 away. Mike Underwood, dangerous power bat. The 0-2. Fly ball left field. Ota says he has it. 2 down. Full count to Minami. Up the middle, Backhorn has it. And in the nick of time, throws on to first. Here's Buffalo's rookie number 0, Kazuya Ota.
Strike 3.
That's going to happen a lot this season. Oof, Munoz down swinging. Here's Andreu, 2-2 hole. Drilled into the right center gap. 2-out double, first hit of the game for the Buffs. Here's Jerry Lish now. Floated into left field. That's the inning. Ooh, past Morishita and into the right field corner. It's a leadoff double for Hiromasa Ito. That'll bring up Luis Rengifo. Played last year with the Spirit. He's back here again. 0-2 count. Punt popped up infield into foul territory. Lish with a long way to run, and he drops it. That's going to fall in front of Andreu, and that will be an RBI single for Rengifo. Almost had him out. Darn it. Popped up into foul territory. Morishita has it. One-two on the way. That's launched into left field. Base hit. Yamamoto may not have his best stuff today. Futamata strikes out. First K of the day for YY. 2-0 to Okuma. On the ground, Munoz on to first. Here's Jim Bockhorn now. Buffalo's shortstop. High fly ball, deep to right, but he did not get enough of it. Right in front of the track, Minami hauls it in. Catcher Hatakema right up the middle, base hit. Taguchi now, 1-0 count. Fly ball, deep to right field. Did he get enough of this one? Yes, he did! Seiji Taguchi tags one, and the Buffaloes come from behind to take the lead 2-1. Welcome back, Seiji. Onizuka with a strikeout. Morishita grounded to the pitcher. Here is the new NPB hit king, Junjiro Matsumoto. Starting off the bottom of the third here. Fly ball to left. Ota has it. One down. 1-2 to Underwood. Tries to go the other way, and he does. Opposite field single for the first baseman. Now we'll bring up Minami, the right fielder. Popped up. Taguchi charging in, 2 down. First pitch swinging. Here's Ito. On the ground, Morishita has it himself. Here's Ota now, 2-2 hole. Flared into center field. That's going to get in front of the center fielder. Ota with his first big league hit. It's a leadoff double. Your newspaper here. Yeah, I just noticed that, Skip. One-one to Munoz. Right back up the middle, base hit. Ota turning around third, coming home. The throw will be late. Munoz with his first RBI. Kazuya Ota injured on the play. Sore ankle. Okay. Munoz off and running, and he's got his first stolen base of the season. Here's Andreu now. 0-1, opposite field, into the corner. Munoz is on his horse. He's going to come around to score. Juan Andreu, first hit of the season. Jerry Lish doinks it into right. Base hit. Andreu will hold at third. Runners at the corners now for Jim Bockhorn. 50 pitches so far for Shinya Ito, the Spirit ace. And that's the first out of the inning. Bockhorn down on strikes. Takayama grounds out. That's going to be a double play. So the run will not score from third, but the Buffaloes have doubled their lead now. Coming into the lineup to play left, it's Misao Takeuchi. YY now with a bit of a cushion here. Right up the middle, past Bockhorn, base hit. Rengifo. And now Yamamoto is injured on the play. Oh, that's not good. Who do I have that can give me multiple innings? Well, injuries aplenty so far. Yamamoto now winched his back, leaves the game. Justin Colon, the third baseman, now facing Totaro Hasegawa. Bunt attempt. Lish has it. Guns down in time. Oh, but no, the throw was wide. Morishita got pulled off the bag. It's runners at first and second now. Lish having a case of the oopsies so far this game. Andreu waits for this ball to settle. Runners at the corners now. One down. Of course, with Ota injured and Noguchi injured, I don't have any other outfielders. If we want to do a defensive replacement for Andreu, it's going to have to be Umeda. Subpar. Futamata on the ground. Lish on to Munoz. Back to first double play. 8 pitches necessary to get out of the inning for Totaro. If the Buffs can hang on, it's his win now. Taguchi with a fly ball to left. And out. Onizuka swing in front of a curveball again. Morishita launches this into the gap. That's going to hit the wall and settle on the track. It's a double for the Elastic Man. Takeuchi's going to doink a single into left. That's going to fall in front of the fielder. 5-1 Buffaloes now, and that will end Shinya Ito's day. Hitomasa Ito had a couple of miscalculations there. Takeuchi thinking of going. Off he goes. Safe. Munoz now 2-2 count. Popped up. Right side. Minami is there. That's the inning.
Strike 3.
Okuma caught looking at strike 3. Line drive right to Lish. Was able to get in front of that one. Dangerous batter here in Mike Underwood. 1-2 from Totaro. Called strike 3. Curveball getting the job done. And at only 18 pitches, Totaro is going to have to go for quite a while here. Here's Andreu batting from the left side. Popped up behind first base. Underwood calls for it and has it. Here's Jerry Lish. Punched into right field. Minami charging in. 2 down. Jim Bockhorn strikes out again. Pardon me.
Strike 3.
Ooh, Totaro's bringing the good stuff. Change up at 82. The fact that he's able to sneak that change oof behind guys is impressive. 1-2 to Ito. Called strike 3. Fastball at 96 on the outer black. Totado means business here. Full count. On the ground. He's got it. 3 scoreless innings for Totaro Hasegawa. We might as well just keep leaning on him. He says he's not even tired. We're up by 4. It's not a safe sitch. Takayama lifted to center. Center fielder Soga hauls it in.
Strike 3.
Taguchi looks at strike 3. Jitsuo, first walk of the season. Inside again, ball 4. Toichi now aboard. New pitcher into the game, Yuito Nakata. Takeuchi swings and misses, but both base runners advance. Technically a double steal. 2-2 count on Takeuchi. Popped up. Soga has it. If I wouldn't get hit with a copyright violation, the Spirit's nickname in universe is the Red Sails. So that would be that the David Bowie song of the same name would be their 7th inning stretch tune. All right, so Andreu is going to get one more inning out there before we got to pull him. Totado still pitching a gem out there. 1-2 count on Colon. In there for a strike. 5 strikeouts on the day. Hasegawa just mowing him down now. That's 6 strikeouts. Futamata now, 0-2. First pitch swinging. Oh, and he's plunked. Ooh, that's not good. Let's get someone ready. Let's go with Sekimoto. Checking in on him. He seems fine. 1-1 to Okuma. On the ground, Morishita has it himself. So, 4 scoreless, 4 perfect innings from Totaro Hasegawa. Heck of a relief appearance. Oscar Munoz, deep to left. That's an Oscar Moon shot. First home run of the season for the second baseman. Juan Andreu, last at bat of the game probably. And he's going to shoot it to the gap again. The man they nicknamed Kemer stands at second. Second double of the day. Lish, little number, going to be a tough play. It's an infield single for the third baseman. That will bring up Jim Bockhorn. Oh, 2 count.
Strike 3.
That'll complete an 0 for day. Jerry Lish feinting off second, trying to avoid a double play here. That's shot all the way to the center field wall. Takayama with his first hit of the season. And he's going to advance to third on the throw. Taguchi doinked into left field. Fantastic catch there by Ito. It's 8-1 Buffaloes now. This one kind of got away from the Spirit. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, 43 pitches. I think Hasegawa has had an excellent day. Kosei Sekimoto summoned from the Orcs bullpen. Inside out. Diving play, Andreu. Okay, we're not going to tempt fate anymore. Let's preserve that back. Masuo Umeda comes in now to handle right field duties. With one out here in the top of the eighth, or bottom of the eighth. Underwood, little nubber in front of the batter's box. Takayama able to get the spinner out. 1-2 from Sekimoto to Minami. Fly ball right side. Umeda checks in and clocks out. Yeah, we're going to let Sekimoto finish this one up. Morishita, sky-high infield play. Colon has it. John Olsen now coming into the game to handle Takeuchi and to try and close out the ninth here. Munoz to center field. Soga is able to race it back. Line drive single for Ito. Second hit of the day. Now here's Luis Rengifo. 1-2 from Sekimoto. Popped up right side. Umeda walks a couple steps to his right. Makes the catch. Justin Colon now. Second baseman. High, strike three. 96 on the radar gun. 2-1 to Soga. Flared into right. Umeda says he has it. Ball game, Buffaloes. And home opener spoiled yet again. Totaro Hasegawa picking up the win with 4 perfect innings. Jerry Lish with a pair of errors, but whatever. So Andreu with his first career Moda show, I think. 2 doubles and a single. Good start to the season. And good work by Totaro Hasegawa to pick up the win in relief of his injured starter. All right, and that's a sweep of the spirit. Off to a good start so far. Onizuka with a bomb. Morishita with his first bomb of the season. People are healthy again. And it's the Hammer who's going to be starting home opening night at home. Ooh, torn rotator cuff. When we start up again next session, next week. All right, we're gonna go hop into Perfect Team for a little bit. Like I said, we're gonna skip all the mainline clubs, and we're just gonna skip right to the St. Louis du Haha Jokers, who are sitting on 10 packs plus whatever login bonuses I have. You remember these guys? They kind of packed Ty Cobb last week. And as you can imagine, Ty Cobb is part of the reason why they are in the playoff race in silver. And that's another reason why I'm going to be sticking around with a packs-only team next season. Because most of the time, you won't get much, but occasionally, you will pack Ty freaking Cobb. Yeah, we're kind of in a slog in silver right now, but the fact that we're hanging around and not going to get relegated is a nice change. Oh man, the Portland Reign have won 16 in a row? Holy smokes. Okay, we're narrowly above the relegation mark. No, we're 11 games clear. We're good. We are good. So let's top up the pack quota. And let's see what we can find this week. I forgot I still have my sound off. Hold up. Perfect Team Universe. No, it was Perfect Team Settings. Sound effects volume 20%. And since Jordan Romano was a dupe, wow, that's a rather substantial L10. Market is hot on Jordan Romano. Go get him if you can. All right, whole bunch of nothing in pack number 2. Ditto for pack 3. All right, double silver in this one. Anthony Desclafani, he's a duplicate, and I can quick sell him to get one more pack. Bo Bell for the St. Louis Browns. Washington Historical Select Mission. Hey! That's not nothing. And we've pulled back to within 500. Way to go, boys. Josh Taylor, silver Satfetti. Silver streak going here. Gus Sewer. New card for us. Historical All-Stars and Prime Performers. And Wayne Shure, no relation. Skier. Anyways, he's in there too. Diamond card, Heine Berger. Hey! All right. Mike Mussina, Diamond Mission. And probably going to help out our rotation a little bit. If not, straight to the bullpen. 95 stuff. Yeah, that'll play. That will indeed play. Another silver, Le'Veon Hernandez. Not only is a duplicate, but he's a postseason duplicate. So this one, straight to the auction house. And I'm happy to sell it under L10. Go get it. Help fund more packs. Sean Green for the Toronto Blue Jays. Helping with Team Mission 3 and Tony Fernandez Gold. Solid haul today, I gotta say. Do we have enough to get one more pack, though? No. No, we do not. And in case you're wondering how Ty Cobb is doing, that's how he's doing. Casually putting up almost 8 wins above replacement. I feel like we've built together a tidy little club. Still got to figure out why our zone rating stinks, but that will come with time. And yeah, we definitely need some help in the bullpen area, so I'm going to give up on Trevor Hoffman. Again, he's just... I don't know why this guy is so poor at pitching, but it's perplexing. Let's get Heine's Heine in here. And move Sam McDowell into the middle relief role. Yeah, Sutton and Rivera as our 2 closers, and then let's make Verlander used more often. Yeah, that looks right to me. Ah, well. All right, that'll about do it. Skep, you ready to roll yet? Let me see if he started streaming yet. Not just yet, but I'm going to just... let him know. Did we finish any missions? Oh, hey, we did. Okay, so we do have another pack to rip. Seattle selects gold, or Seattle selects live gets us a gold card. So who's in the one more pack? It will be Red Lucas for the Reds. Pete Rose gold mission. Okay. Another pack. Let's see what this gold pack reveals. Gotta love it when they chain together like this. And that's Max Muncy for the Los Angeles Dodgers. But that is one more pack. Nope, no new missions yet. Let's see what this new regular pack holds. Skep is ready to go, so we are going to kick over to him. Another gold card! Another historical gold. It's Jack Lapp. Nosing us closer to some other missions. That will do it for me. That will do it for the Jokers. And you're listening to Skep's music, because I lost focus. All right. I know I missed Warriology last week. I'll try to get it in this week. Things happened last week that were just tough to come around on. So, Skep's going to be holding your attention for the next little while. If you haven't got your drops yet, you will be able to do so with him. After that, tune in on the official Out of the Park Developments channel for the Backyard Project Awards ceremony. I do not know if AZ Axel is going to be busting out his tuxedo or if he even owns one, but tune in anyway. And closing out the night, 9 o'clock Eastern, Baseball Bingo over at Yukarin Kazami channel. That's been my time. Have an excellent rest of Saturday, folks, and I will catch you next week for the rest of the 2037 season. Firage, take us out, my man. Anytime now.